This is something that I have never seen for Shiba Inu before, and it is wild. And what it's showing us is that right here, there is not a lot of bearish confidence. That's a very good thing. And I want to talk about what SHIB price is doing here, but I do want to talk about this crucial fundamental thing that is taking place as well. So if you guys are new or haven't already, show your support for the channel down below. It's been growing like crazy, and it's all because of you guys. Now, I will say that the market has been pretty quiet this week. Not a whole lot of movement. Even yesterday for Shiba Inu was red. But what we have actually just done is reach the highest price we have seen since all the way back on Tuesday, which is a great sign because many other assets in the space are not doing this. In fact, we're very much mimicking what BTC is doing right now. BTC actually fighting its 20-day moving average, but testing the top of its trend. It's actually building a bull pennant right now, looking pretty good. And we could potentially be on the verge of a breakout by the early part of next week. Understand that the very tip of this trend is by Tuesday. So sometime Monday or before Monday, we could in fact make a move. But what I found very interesting for SHIB was that it was holding up a lot better than many other assets in the market. In fact, we haven't set our lows since Wednesday. So that's a very nice shift here. Could that change in an instant? Absolutely. But I found something on a SHIB fundamental level that I've never seen this high before, and is an indication that confidence is very high right here. So we have talked about open, long, and short interest before in terms of Shiba Inu, but I have never seen this much of an imbalance to the long side. We are currently sitting at almost a 10% imbalance to the long, meaning that there is 10% more money for Shiba Inu longs in the market than there is for shorts. And what that is showing you is that a lot of people are very confident that one, the bottom is in terms of Shiba Inu, but two, that we are going to start making some moves up here. Now, this isn't to guarantee or financial advice or anything like that, but we're talking about open interest in the range of $141 million. Okay, so this is not small money. This is big money betting on Shiba Inu going up here. Now, I will say this week has been a week of fits across the crypto market. All right. We did have some longer term capitulation on Monday. I mean, even Tuesday, the average average hold time of transacted coins was 7 months, but we've kind of returned back to the mean, that 2 month, 1 month range in terms of SHIB, where it's just short term people calling it quits. But the more SHIB does this, the more it shows conviction and support in some of these levels, the easier it's going to be again to make some of those moves to the upside. Now, I will say that also on the charts here, what we're seeing is we're about to cross on the RSI. We have had a bullish cross on the daily stochastic RSI. Actually haven't had a bullish cross since all the way back. Oh gosh, what was that? June 6th or so. And we know that Shiba Inu actually went on a very nice run during that time. It actually surged about 13% or so. Could this be where SHIB surges 13% again? Maybe. 13% isn't a huge move here for SHIB. That would be back up to about 40133 or so. But I think there's going to be a moment where the market just takes a much bigger leap here. You have to remember that was the recovery after a drop. We obviously dealt with a lot of negative news and now war concerns and stuff like that has been impacting the market in a big way. Eventually you get to a point where the market frankly just doesn't give a shit. Okay. Eventually it takes a step forward. You've seen enough people defend price. People are just like, I'm tired of this. I'm just going to buy. And if the market just doesn't keep dropping on negative news and people aren't hitting their buy zones, they eventually they shove in. Okay. That's kind of where we're at. We're waiting to see if this is the bottom. It's looking really good for SHIB right now. We'll see what happens, but eventually the market follows. We get a little bit of momentum. We surge to the upside. And then it's a question of, do we hit these resistances and see some PTSD again from retail, or do we take a step further? So that's kind of where we're at. Still great things happening for SHIB, but we'll see how things progress as we get through the weekend and into the early part of next week. But appreciate you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.